Have you ever felt like running away from a huge responsibility? Like maybe you were asked to do something really hard, something you were scared of, and your first instinct was just to go in the complete opposite direction? Well, today we're diving into an ancient story about a guy who did exactly that, and it led him to the adventure of a lifetime. This is the incredible story of Jonah. Our story starts with a man named Jonah. One day, God spoke to him with a very specific, very big mission. He was to go to the great city of Nineveh and tell the people there that they needed to change their ways. Now, Nineveh was notorious. It was a huge, powerful, and frankly, a pretty scary place. The people there were known for being cruel, and they were enemies of Jonah's people. So you can imagine Jonah's reaction. Go to Nineveh, the heart of enemy territory, and tell them they're doing everything wrong? No, thank you. Instead of packing his bags for Nineveh, Jonah packed them for a seaside vacation. He went down to the port of Joppa, found a ship heading to Tarshish, which was literally in the opposite direction of Nineveh, paid his fare, and hopped on board, thinking he could outrun his calling. He probably felt a sense of relief as the ship set sail, leaving his troubles behind on the shore. But you can't really ghost the creator of the universe. As the ship sailed across the Mediterranean, a massive, terrifying storm suddenly blew in. This wasn't just a bit of bad weather. It was a superstorm. The waves were crashing over the deck, the wind was howling, and the ship was on the verge of breaking apart. The seasoned sailors were terrified. They started throwing cargo overboard to lighten the load and prayed to their own gods. But nothing worked. The storm just got worse. Meanwhile, where was Jonah? He was fast asleep down in the ship's hold. The ship's captain found him and woke him up. How can you be sleeping? Get up and pray to your God. Maybe he will have mercy on us. The sailors, desperate for an answer, decided to cast lots to figure out who was responsible for this disaster. And guess whose name came up? Yep, Jonah. They all turned to him. Tell us, who are you? What have you done to bring this on us? Jonah finally confessed, I am a Hebrew, and I worship the Lord, the God of heaven, who made the sea and the dry land. And I'm running away from him. The sailors were even more terrified now. What have you done? They cried. What should we do to you to make the sea calm down? Jonah knew what he had to do. He told them, pick me up and throw me into the sea, and it will become calm. I know that it is my fault that this great storm has come upon you. The sailors didn't want to do it. They tried to row back to land, but the storm was too powerful. Finally, seeing no other choice, they prayed for forgiveness, picked up Jonah, and threw him overboard. Instantly, the sea grew calm. The storm was gone. But for Jonah, the adventure was just beginning. As he sank into the depths of the sea, he wasn't met with a watery grave. Instead, God sent a giant fish to swallow him whole. Jonah found himself alive, inside the belly of this massive sea creature. For 3 days and 3 nights, he was in the dark, slimy, watery belly of the fish. It was there, in the darkest place imaginable, that Jonah finally prayed. He admitted his mistake, thanked God for saving his life, and rededicated himself to his mission. After 3 days, the great fish swam to shore and on God's command, spat Jonah out onto dry land. Soaked and humbled, Jonah once again heard God's call. Go to the great city of Nineveh and proclaim to it the message I give you. This time, Jonah didn't run. He went. He walked through the massive city, proclaiming the message that in 40 days, Nineveh would be overthrown. And the most amazing thing happened. The people of Nineveh listened. From the king down to the common person, they believed Jonah's message. They decided to change their ways, to turn from their wickedness. When God saw their genuine repentance, he had compassion and did not bring about the destruction he had threatened. The city was saved. It's a wild story, isn't it? A reluctant prophet, a raging storm, and a giant fish. It shows us that you can't run from your purpose, and it's a powerful reminder that it's never too late to turn back. Even when we make a mess of things, there's always a path to a second chance. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.